Alright guys, Cygnar Black Templar here again. Got ourselves another unboxing video. Of course, another War Machine Privateer Press kit. This is a Cygnar Heavy Jack kit. It will build either an Avenger, a Centurion, or a Hammersmith. Got the Avenger just here on the front cover. Sorry about the glare. But real nice kit this. I haven't had time to really decide what I wanted to build out of it. I think I'm going to end up magnetizing it, although for game purposes, I would like another Centurion or Hammersmith. The Avenger, I'm kind of hit and miss about, but I decided to go ahead and get to magnetizing it instead, just to have the option to do any of the three. You know, and it'd be nice to change it up and kind of play anything, depending on what the game I like playing is. So, if I want to play maybe a shooty theme list, or maybe I can run 2 Centurions or run a Hammersmith. I've never actually run a Hammersmith before. Okay, so this is interesting. This is the newer kit. This has got all the bits in one bag. We saw in the other unboxing, I believe, with the Cyclone. That's an older kit. It's got all the separate for the different classes of Jack. It's got them in a belt, kind of setting. It's got everything in its own package, and you can see all the classes of Jacks. All the parts are in this one bag. So I'll just go ahead and open the one bag, I guess. Got something here. Some kind of card or something? I don't know. But we'll go ahead and check out the cards, the game cards. We got the Avenger just there, and the Centurion. See, same Centurion card. I thought it might be an updated version, but not. Then we got Hammersmith just there. Got the 3 cards. All nice and neat. I'll go ahead and pop open this bag here and see what we've got. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm noticing that I kind of did enjoy the belt sort of method for everything. It was a lot more organized and easier to sift through. So this is basically, I think this is basically all the heads, for what I can tell. Anyways, this is kind of confusing. So this is the main body. Here's the one body part. My fingers are kind of messed up because I'm working on the Extreme Juggernaut, so I had to forgive that. Got the one piece here, the very contorted and messed up Centurion spear. I'm just going to bend that back into place. I like the Centurion spear, the newer one. It looks much more intimidating, and it's obviously bigger. But I don't like the new Centurion for what it is, to be honest. It looks a little bit ugly. Here's a Centurion shield. This is nice. I enjoy this. This is much bigger than the older one, I think. Actually, maybe it might be the same size or just a little bit bigger. Anyways, I do like the updated version of that. This is the Avengers. This is called a Stun Blade. This is pretty neat. Flip it over. Same thing basically on the other side. And then we also have a pair of legs. Pretty standard. Heavy Jack kind of assorted legs. And then 2 different handles for the Hammersmith's hammers, and then of course the accompanying, I don't know what you would call the end of the hammer, the blunt part of it. I don't know the technical term. So that's the Hammersmith stuff. These shoulder pads, for some reason, I'm not. Oh, okay, I see why. These shoulder pads have a gap where the top of the pauldron goes, and I wasn't at first sure why that is. Turns out they have these different, and these are kind of neat actually. I enjoy these. I think these are kind of a cool part of the kit. They got separate shoulder pauldrons based on what class. You can interchange these two, which is kind of neat. I think I wish there was actually more of these shoulder pads. I think they should do all the shoulder pads like this, so you can interchange pieces just to make the Jack seem more unique. So you get 2 sets of those, of course. This is the Forearm, as far as I can tell. We got 2 of those. Oops. Kind of stuttering too. So we got 2 of the Forearms. And then of course we have a handle for that stun sword. stun blade, excuse me. Just there. A little self-explanatory. And this is the lower torso bit with the waistline. So the waistline would be sitting like that, just there, and then that would be the bottom half. And then, of course, the Avenger's main weapon. This would be called a seismic cannon. Kind of neat looking. Shoots these like larger canisters of energy, it looks like. The electricity. And then, of course, we have the heads. And this is basically just the sorted heads and the tips of knickknacks, really. So I'm just going to have a close on that. Nothing real interesting about this bit here. And then, of course, you're getting your one medium base. So that's the Avenger kit, or the Heavy Jack kit, which builds the Avenger. Pretty self-explanatory. I would really like to have another Centurion just for the defensive application. The Avenger might be fun to run in a shooting army, and then the Hammersmith, I think, from what I've read, I've never actually played one. The Hammersmith out of the three is probably the most competitive. So, depending on what I'm doing will dictate, you know, which one I'll be taking in any certain game. And so I think I like the idea of magnetizing it. I think I mentioned before that I probably wouldn't be doing that, but I've since decided to do the opposite and go ahead and magnetize it, just so I have the diversity, you know, to decide. I kind of would like to get a second one of these, the entire kit. I would like to get another one, probably, if only, just to build a dedicated a dedicated Avenger or a dedicated Hammersmith. If the magnetizing doesn't go well, but I'm pretty confident in my magnetizing skills. If not, I'll probably pass it off to somebody, one of my friends, to magnetize it for me. So that is the newer Cygnar Heavy Jack kit from Privateer Press. Like I said, it will build either the Avenger, the Centurion, or the Hammersmith. It's got the Avenger just on the front cover, and of course instructions on the back on how to build all of them, which is neat. And this will run you $26 to $30 depending on your retail. You can probably get it cheaper. I got it for about $24.99 for my favorite online retailer. You can probably find it about the same price, if not cheaper, if you go somewhere like eBay. But this has been a really cool kit. I'm really excited about painting it up. Like I said, though, I don't like the new Centurion. He's just here. He's got the same look, though, as the rest of them have. These shoulder pauldrons and then the skinny kind of arms. I don't think it looks very Cygnar. If you look at the older kits, they're very bulky in all respects, and they're kind of hunched over like the Cadwar stuff. This seems kind of, especially the Centurion with its long weapon and its longer arms, like it's made to look more like it's got a longer reach. It looks very lanky and kind of, I think lanky is the word. It looks very thin and kind of fragile, like more like an Eldar vehicle, especially with these big round shoulder pads. You know, you got all this room in here, and they look like big, just big solid globes. They have a side cut out of them and an appendage. But regardless, like I said, I'll probably just be magnetizing it and dealing with it. I'm gonna be going all crazy OCD because I got one older style event or an older style Centurion, and then I'm gonna have the new Centurion. So that'll bug the crap out of me for now until I can get a second one. But and shelve the old one, of course. But this has been the Tech Marine, the War Machine Avenger Heavy Jack kit from Privateer Press. Good kit, fun looking idea. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Cheers.